Here, welcome back to the Bottom of the Net podcast, episode 3. I'm your host, Cam. These are my two co-hosts. We got Cal in the building, and we got Kay. Today we're gonna be talking about.
Yes, sir.
Today we're gonna be talking about some award predictions for the upcoming season, power rankings, and top 10 defenders. So definitely should be an interesting take today. I think I'll hear a lot from everybody today. Alright, so let's get right into it. I feel like we should start off with the award predictions.
Okay. You want me to go first? Start it off.
Yeah.
Are we doing six man?
Let's start with the 6-man first. Who are you going with, Cal?
All right, cool. All right. So my 6-man would be Jordan Poole. I have an honorable mention, Tyler Hero, because he was last year's 6-man. So
okay.
Yeah, I got him there. He's solid. You want me to explain why? Jordan could be coming off the bench and averaging 20, possibly. He could possibly average 24 and 3. Shooting splits 45%, 36% from 3, 90% from the free throw. That's decent numbers for a 6-man. You know, his role can change throughout the season. He can be a starter 6-man. So I like him there. But we'll see. You know, we have a lot of young talent on the bench, so you never know.
That's true. You guys definitely, Golden State definitely got 2 good draft picks too. A lot of people don't talk about that.
Yeah.
Okay, what you looking at for your 6-man?
Not gonna lie, I'm about to go with my guy Kyle. Jordan Poole, that 6-man.
Okay.
Same reasoning?
Is it different reasoning or the same reasoning?
I'm like he ended shaky last year in the playoffs, but I feel like that's more fuel to the next season. I don't know. I feel like you said, Tyler Hero won it last year, but I feel like Jordan Poole's gonna give him some competition this year for sure.
Okay.
All right. I guess I'm the oddball here because my 6-man, I'm going with Jordan Clarkson. My honorable mention is Jordan Poole, but you know, I just feel like with Jordan Clarkson, since he has that, you know, a couple more years ahead of him and just coming off the bench and being so comfortable to show us that he could drop 30 off the bench. He could drop, you know, high 20s off the bench, even 40 sometimes. I feel like, you know, this is going to be a big breakout season with him, especially with the whole situation going on with Donovan Mitchell. He definitely has a bigger role to fill when he comes off the bench. But at the end of the day, it's too early to tell because if Don leaves, he could end up being a starter.
Question.
What's up?
If he gets traded to, let's say, like a Knicks, does he become a starter or is he still a 6-man?
He's going to come off the bench behind RJ Barrett.
Okay.
I think he found his role, like, you know, like a guy like Jamal Crawford or Lou Williams. Like, we know you have the talent, but you fit this role better. I think he's very comfortable and he accepted that, and he definitely showed that last year.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
I get you.
We're going to go into MIP.
Most improved
player.
I'll start us off with that. Yeah. I feel like Scotty Barnes will be most improved because I feel like even if he did win the Rookie of the Year, I feel like he's going to take a huge jump in all stats coming up in this upcoming season in Toronto.
Okay. I like Scotty's game. I like his defensive awareness. The only thing is his scoring ability. Can he impact that part of the floor? Can he really be
I'm pretty sure.
At least he averaged 13, maybe 14?
Bump it up 3-4 points, which I think he's
Can he do that? Can he shoot a little bit better? Can he shoot threes a little bit better?
I feel like he put that work over the seasons. I feel like he's gonna be that guy.
Yeah, I feel like he's going to be very comfortable in the role he's coming into because, you know, at this point, behind Siakam and, you know, Van Fleet and competing for that third spot with Gary Trent, I think he's going to, you know, flourish really well this year, especially because he's more comfortable going into your second year, coming off a high with Rookie of the Year, you know, gave Philly some type of trouble in the playoffs. I think he's going to come in rolling. You know, he has that energy.
Right. You're seeing his confidence build more with his play.
For sure.
Okay. You could go, Kay. I want to hear yours.
There's not much to hear because I got Scotty Barnes most improved.
Okay.
It's just I feel
So
like I
I'm-
feel like
I'm
I feel like
fucking
this
oddball
season
out.
for the summer, I feel like I feel like he put a lot of effort in on the offensive side. I'm like he already has that defense. It could use a little bit of work, but for the most part, he got it on lock. Offense, I feel
Okay.
like he's gonna improve this year.
Okay.
I agree.
Yeah. So my MIP is Tyrese Halliburton on the Pacers.
Ooh.
Yeah, I got
That's a good
Hallie.
one. I'm
Yeah,
not mad at
dude.
that. I'm not mad at that.
He got something
You know,
to prove.
the reason why I chose him because he's gonna have the keys. He's gonna be that point guard. He's gonna distribute. You know, he's gonna have the ball in his hand most of the time. I expect his PR to increase, his shot making to
He will.
increase. You know, his pick and roll to increase. You know, everything to increase. So I got Tyrese. My honorable mention was LaMelo. I know I could see him taking a bigger leap
Yeah, but for him to
in
win
scores
that,
in terms of scoring. You know what I mean?
Right.
Scoring and just points.
he's gonna have
increasing
to
and
go from,
rebounds
for him to win that
increasing because his
award-
roles.
For him to win that award, he has to jump his points up more than anything. He has to go from like
Exactly.
20 to like 26 a game, which I think he's
That's a
capable
lot.
of.
I don't think he can go to 26 though. Maybe 24. Maybe 24, 8 and 8. That
No,
would give him.
was kind of already doing that, just not consistently. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but I get what you're saying. But wouldn't that give him a nod? Like, okay, you bumped it up. So you want him to score
I mean,
26?
look at Ja. Like you won MIP, but look at the point jump.
Yeah,
His point
Yeah,
jump
I see
was
what you're saying now.
insane. Like it was 8,
Yeah.
10 points.
yeah.
LaMelo has to do the same thing. And he has
Right.
nobody. He has no real help on the offensive end no more because nobody knows the Miles Bridges situation. Yeah, you got Terry, Gordon Hayward, Mason Plumlee. They're not consistent. They don't get the job done. So he has the opportunity to take that step in points, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I like it's a safe pick as honorable, so that's why I took him.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about Rookie of the Year?
Rookie of the year, I got Paolo. I want to say Paolo so bad. But I think Jaden could just sweep it away if he's healthy and just take it right under. You know, guards love to win Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, but
Guards always
he's a
winning
small
with-
forward. He's sitting behind Cade, so it's gonna be a little tough for him to take the keys over unless he's just flourishing that much.
Who Jaden?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think he could play that 2 position and score 16, 17 behind Kate, but that's a lot of points on a deep team who everybody wants the ball. You know, you got Sadiq,
hmm
you have Marvin,
yep,
you have Killian Hayes, but he sucks.
yeah.
He sucks.
It's-
And then you have
Jaden-
Cade with the ball.
Jaden has the opportunity to definitely do it. And I'm sorry, just the way I'm seeing things so far, I'm not the biggest believer in Paolo, but we'll see.
Why
I agree.
are you not? Yeah, why are you not the biggest believer in
I
Paolo?
feel like you got the energy and all that, but I need to see you play against more pros like your size. You haven't played anybody your size and your position in the capability of how you play. I have not seen you yet. You're guarding like most dudes are smaller than you, skinnier, you're stronger. So it's just like it's bully ball. But obviously in the position he's in, which is power forward, small forward, you are in the hardest spot in the NBA.
Yes, absolutely.
I just want to see.
But you don't
I'm
think he
not a
has
believer
that
yet.
dog in him? Like,
I'm just not a believer yet. I'm not gonna say he's gonna be trash, but
Yeah.
I think there's potential. But I just have to see because he is
No,
a
you're-
little slow off his feet, and like I said, that position is the hardest position in the NBA right now.
I feel like he's gonna lack on the defensive end. Offensively, he's gonna be very extraordinary.
But if
But
you're
defensively, he might get cooked.
if you're a slow step on defense, that means you're gonna be a slow step on offense because those dudes are prepared to guard the top players every night because that's their position,
Yeah, because he has to have counter moves after counter moves.
and that's big in the NBA.
So we'll
And I
see.
feel like I don't see that yet, but we'll see. I'm not
That's-
saying he's a
that's
I feel
NBA
like
plus.
the best defenders are in the forward position anyway, so
Exactly.
that's gonna give him hell.
You're going to
That's why I'm saying Jaden Ivey might, come in there. Give me that.
My rookie of the year is Chet. Being capable of dribbling, shooting, dunking, everything at their height, it definitely gives you, more leverage over most dudes. And being in OKC, you're definitely going to have the free range of doing what you want because it's really just SGA and Josh Giddey there. Yeah, you got Dort, but he's not really a ball handler. So now if you're telling me you got a real center who's very, like, he's a unicorn. He can score from anywhere on the floor in all reality. So if he just stays consistent with his game, puts some muscle on, I think he'll be all right. But my dark horse for Rookie of the Year is Jaden Ivey. I see a lot of potential in that kid. And being in Detroit, you're going to have the keys pretty soon. So, yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I feel like an oddball because I don't have to either or. I don't have Pablo because I don't know. Like I said, like you said, I need to see him in the league. I'm not giving Chet that either. I'm like, yeah, you're 7 foot. You're arguably considered a KD 2.0, but bro, that man needs some muscle. I feel like that man's gonna get bullied in the league. That's just how I feel. But I don't know. I don't really know about this draft class. It's kind of hard, in my opinion.
Yeah, the draft class is underwhelming. The only 2 players, 3, Jaden Ivey, Chet, and Paolo were the only, good players to really stand out. Yeah. Besides that, it's just like a couple maybe role guys. Johnny Davis is pretty good.
Kid from the Kings.
I like him.
What's his name? The guy from the Kings.
Keegan Murray. That's who I got for my rookie.
He has the age. He showed out really well in the summer league, but can't transition in a place like Sacramento.
Summer league.
But Kay, you said you have him as your dark horse.
I have him as my rookie of the year based off of his summer league, but then again, it's summer league, but I want to see if he can carry that into regular season. So I got for my runner-up, I got Jabari Smith, and I feel like that's a very underrated pick.
His summer league, man. He couldn't even create his own shot,
and he doesn't. Like I was watching his.
I know, but then again, I'm like the Rockets is a young team, so
right. I was watching his games and listening to the announcers, and they were like, he doesn't have a playmaker to set him up, And when you don't have that as a power forward,
they do not have.
You're gonna have a hard time getting buckets. Mm-hmm. What you were saying, Gab?
Everybody in Houston guard wise is a shot creator.
Right.
Their best passer is Dennis Schroeder. And, that's not the best passer. He'd rather score.
Yeah, he'd rather score.
And then seeing him in the summer league not being able to create his own shot off the dribble is very concerning. It's very concerning, but we'll see.
You think they have a diet Christian Wood?
No, he's not.
Not even close?
I don't think he's close. Christian Wood was way more aggressive. He could create his own, baskets. Off the post moves, there's some off the dribble, and he gets to the rim a lot easier.
Granted, Christian Wood was in year 6 or 7. This kid is young.
Christian Wood was good in Detroit too, but he just had a lot of temper issues.
Right, but we're very hard on rookies. I hear you guys. You guys are hard on rookies.
But this is my thing. If you're in the summer league, right, against other rookies, against kids who's coming up from the G League, stuff like that, and you're a top 5 draft pick, how are you not capable of creating your own shot?
Right.
That I'm not trying to. I'm exactly where the evolution of basketball is shot creating, learning how to dribble. No matter how tall, how short, you know how to get to your space, get to your spots, and seeing that in the summer league of him losing the ball, getting locked up, people beating him to him spots, it's concerning. I'm not saying he's going to be an absolute bust, but it is concerning because in a place like Houston, where that ball is not moving on offense, you got Kevin Porter Jr. slowing it down, taking it for himself. You got Jalen Green running the floor for himself. You got Dennis Schroeder taking it for himself. It's hard. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to create your own shot. The only way I see him succeeding is if the Houston Rockets turn their offense into a fast pace off the rebound and we all go, which they're capable of doing. It's a very young team, but if you're talking about a set, slow offense, I don't see him succeeding.
Yeah. I feel what you're saying. I don't think he's going to be a bust. I feel like he could be serviceable, get you around 10 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, a block, because he's really good on defense. He has a motor. That's what his coach was saying. So I don't feel like just give him time to develop. He's a big. Bigs take longer in the A. So just give him time.
Nah,
Yeah.
hopefully. I don't want to see any buzz,
Yeah.
especially from the top 5 pick. I hate seeing that.
Yeah, it sucks.
And he was third.
Yeah, so
Yeah, he was third.
Let's move into DPOY, Defense Play of the Year. Cal, start us off. Who you feeling?
I'm feeling Giannis. Honestly, I'm headstrong on Giannis. I don't know if he's gonna get it.
I feel like we have a 3-way agreement.
Yeah, Giannis. And my
I got
honorable
Giannis.
mention is either Drew or
I
Draymond again.
knew.
Because like this award is like
It's becoming
it's
weird.
so
It's
watered
becoming
down.
weird.
It's like
It's
it doesn't
becoming
matter. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't fucking matter. Marcus Smart got it, and
Yeah,
we
but Marcus-
talked about that.
I'm not the biggest Marcus Smart fan, but I do give him his credit. You guarded 1 through 4. You're a perimeter defender, and you was one of the least scored on players in the league. That's big for you guarding the top guy.
Is that a
averaging-
saturated stat though? Or can we prove that stat?
Yeah,
I mean, you showed me it.
Stat news. It's proven. It's proven.
All
It's a stat. Like, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of Marcus Smart, but it's just I give him his
Drops
credit.
so much. Yeah. He flops me to it.
Well, like I said, my pick is also Giannis. I think he has a chip on his shoulder from last year, especially not winning any award when he should have won at least one for sure. I think he's going to come back, you know, averaging 1.5 blocks and 1.5 steals and be a better defender on the perimeter, especially after that Boston series. You know, I think he has to work on his lateral movement, being out there on the perimeter, and I just think he got a lot going for him this season again. Of course,
Was he first team All NBA?
I believe so.
Yeah. I
Okay.
believe. Yeah, he was.
I thought he wasn't. That'd have been a crime. That'd have been a real
that would've been
crime.
a crime for sure.
That'd been crazy. All right, we can go into the MVP.
We didn't get to K yet. K, who is he?
Oh, we didn't get to
Wow,
K.
we just go forget about me like that. I'm just messing.
Oh, my
with you.
bad, bro. My bad.
I didn't go Giannis.
Mm.
Although I believe in everything I said. I agree with it. I'm going with the person who I feel like should have won it last year, Drew Holiday. I'm going with Drew Holiday for Defensive Player of the Year this year. He can guard 1 through 5.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he can do what Giannis does. Giannis just has rim protecting over him. He's a taller defender. That's what I feel like the only thing is.
You don't think Drew's a safe pick? Like, you don't think Drew is too safe?
I don't think he's too safe at all.
I don't feel like that's too safe because I'm like he's a great defender. I feel like he's an underrated defender
I
at that
feel
as
like me
well.
and Cal, I
'Cause
feel
it's
like
like
me and you went for the safe pick.
You think we went for the safe pick with Giannis?
Yeah,
I feel like
of course.
y'all should
But he
have
got
won it
robbed.
last year.
He got robbed like a couple times.
Everyone gets robbed in these awards. These awards are rigged. I don't care what no one says.
But I'm not mad at the Drew pick. He definitely guards the perimeter very well. He gets into the paint. He goes for blocks. He gets steals. He's a great pick and roll defender. You know, I think it's hard to be a defender, like an actual real defender in this league with all the talent on the offensive end. So
Especially at the guard position.
Yeah, I'm not mad at Cam's pick at all. I kind of agree.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it. I'm just asking, if it's a safe pick. But yeah, I
don't
like
feel
the
like
pick.
it's a safe pick. I feel like he wasn't even in the for the runners, was he not?
Nope. It was
No, I think it was
Smart, Mikal Bridges, and
It was-
somebody else. I believe
Maybe Rudy?
I believe Rudy. Overrated. Such an overrated.
I
defender.
think he is. He's a one-sided defender. Like
Bro,
you're
you're
just
supposed to
tall
be-
and you can block.
You're supposed to be a pro.
Yeah, we're not
getting
prolific.
into it.
No, we're getting into it.
We're
You're
not
supposed
getting to Rudy because we already know what the Clippers do to
We're
Rudy.
supposed to be a prolific rim protector. You're not even leading the lead in blocks. You don't have the most blocks during the season. An undersized power forward has it. Jaren Jackson Jr. You are one of the most scored. You're one of the most scored on players in the league, bro. And you're supposed to be a prolific defender. Get out of here. You can't guard anybody on the 3-point line.
That's
Anybody.
tough, Rudy. He gets
Bro,
violated.
And he gets
I told
dunked
y'all
on
this.
a
I was
lot.
like,
He
bro.
gets dunked on a lot.
Yes.
But also, when I was watching Celtics versus Warriors, Time Lord was getting fried by those guards.
He's not a perimeter
So
defender.
is it not as bad as Rudy?
They might be in the same category, but Time Lord's not considered defensive player of the year. He's just known as a shot blocker.
Okay.
He's not known for,
Okay.
I'm a great defender. Rudy Gobert is not a great defender.
Well,
Time Lord is known
yeah.
for being a shot blocker and being in the paint and showing his presence. We're not looking
Right.
for Robert Williams to go to the 3-point line and lock up Curry, lock up Clay. No.
Hell no. Yeah.
Get in the damn paint and go make
That's bad
your
feeling.
presence known. You know what I'm saying? That's why
Yeah.
they had the best defense in the NBA at a point. You had two guys who's the least scored on players in the league with Al Horford and Marcus Smart. Al Horford
Then
was
you
the
have-
least scored person on in the league, which is crazy to me. And then you have Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, who are great perimeter
Yes.
defenders.
Yes, great point. Great point.
So it was
Like
tough.
their perimeter defense is just
It's scary.
they lock shit up.
It's
Yeah, they
scary.
lock shit up. I saw what they did to KD. I was like, God damn, bro.
Man, I think Katie got Space Jam.
Yeah.
someone
I'll be
stole
being
his
honest.
damn talent, bro.
Dude got Space
With
Jam.
James Harden, in my opinion, that man was not trying to play. Boy.
No, he wasn't trying to play at all. Kyrie was trying, but he was missing everything. And then just
Was he
Kyrie.
injured? No, I think just that whole year of like being
He's
on and off
gassed.
the floor, on and off the floor, not having real practices, doing personal practices. I just think he wasn't prepared, especially to run into the best defense in the NBA. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Like after watching the series, of course, like Kyrie was getting to his spots. He always is, but he just wasn't finishing. Like
After we watched his series, I didn't really watch him.
yeah, because all eyes on Kevin Durant not being existent. You know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's who's y'all super early predictions on MVP?
You want me to start off?
Yeah, start us off, Cal.
Luka Magic, that guy, the man, the myth, the legend. I have him there because I just want to see him just win it for some reason. Like I want to see him average 30, 10, and 10 on some crazy shit. Like just do it, bro. Just
I'm mad at that.
yeah, just do it. Just why not? Like average that 30, 10, and 10, hit some game winners, go to the playoffs, maybe lose, but you're still MVP. You know?
Nah, I hear you. Kay, who you working with for your super early MVP?
I feel like at this point it's only right if you say Luka.
All right,
I'm just like I feel like
Luka. Well, mine's Luka too.
yeah, I feel like it's rigged. I feel like it's rigged for him to win it this year.
Yeah, because
It-
that Jokic back to back over Embiid and Giannis.
Don't
He didn't
agree.
do
Crazy.
anything to me, bro.
Crazy.
Over Embiid was crazy.
Over Giannis was crazy. Giannis was
Yeah,
the
over
2
Giannis
seed.
was crazy,
Embiid was
too.
the 3 seed.
I've
You were the 5th
not liked
seed.
the MVP topic since Curry won it back to back. Like the unanimous vote, I've not been a fan of the MVP awards at all.
What you mean? Curry deserved those two. Well, the first one he
Okay.
didn't deserve. The first one he might have not deserved. The second one, he deserved that bitch. He deserved.
We opening some wounds here.
Okay, so this is my theory. I feel like
Okay.
the whole award thing was back. Well, it was like I feel like it was backwards, and Curry fucked it up. So when Curry won it unanimous, I feel like Russ should have won it that year because was that not his triple double season?
Yeah, the unanimous.
Yeah.
I feel like he should have won it then. And then when Russ won it, Harden was having a great season. I feel like Harden should have won it. I feel like everything should have fell in that order that way, but I feel like Curry messed it up with that
But
unanimous.
you don't think Curry deserved that?
Oh no,
that
I'm not saying Curry doesn't deserve it. I'm just saying like Curry messed up the rotation, so I
Was
feel
that
like
the-
the MVP award is just messed up.
Was
That's
that
not
the,
even Curry though. That's just the dudes who's voted.
Was that the year they went 73-9?
Yeah.
I believe. So.
Yeah.
You cannot deny that.
Yeah, you can't deny that.
Being the leader of
I'm
that
not
team.
denying it. I'm
73
just
and
like
9. Wasn't that the OKC game too, where he came back and was just bugging and hit the game winner?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
think,
can't.
no, I don't know. But
you
yeah,
know,
no, it wasn't that year.
It had to be that season.
That was the year.
it was the
before.
season
That was his
before, I
first
believe.
MVP.
No.
No, it was the season before. That was
That was MVP when they had the long sleeve shirts,
yeah,
the
that was
black
his first
one.
MVP.
That was the first one.
No,
KD was that was the first one.
no, it was not.
KD was still with OKC.
Yeah, KD was still. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The one with the black shirt, he won unanimous that season.
That was his first MVP year.
No, I'm telling you, no.
We're gonna have to search this up later.
Yeah, I'm already on it now because he got me bugging.
Nah, bro, I'm telling you, no way. You can bet $1 on it. I'll cash up you.
Oh my
What is
god. So we all think Luka's gonna be MVP for different reasons.
Yeah, I just want to see him go off.
He's gonna go off, but I don't think he's gonna be a high seed in the West. That's the issue. But the way the NBA works and how it's working, I'm pretty sure they want somebody like him the face of the league. If you catch my drift.
Yeah.
It's a little upsetting because I know there's gonna be guys who definitely deserve it over him. Yeah, but
Like who? Give me some names.
Giannis for one, and I think Embiid's gonna be up there. I think Curry's gonna be back up there, and I think Kevin Durant, no matter where he's at, is about to be in the MVP combo heavy this year. He has a huge chip on his shoulder from the media, from the playoffs. It's like, okay, yeah, you guys are forgetting who I am. You guys forgot who Kevin Durant is. And
You think he's gonna have one of those seasons again?
I think he's about to go stupid. Like absolute stupid. I think he's gonna try to play the whole season stupid.
Yeah, that would be tough. I just want to see unlimited scoring this season. Just people just going nuts. 60-point games, 50-point games.
Some defense.
Yeah, no defense. Don't play defense.
No, I need defense.
You need defense?
I like
playoffs.
I don't mind intense games.
The playoff.
No, I want it all year. Intense games, every game. Down to the wire, every game. I want to see talent be match for match on the offensive end and the defensive end. I just want to finally to get that mesh of
everybody. What you need to watch, my boy? Stop playing. You know what you need to watch.
Yeah, EuroLeague basketball.
You know what you need to watch.
These guys.
Hey, bro, EuroLeague.
I'm gonna watch it.
EuroLeague gives me that hype.
Did you search the Curry season?
Pardon me?
I think you were right. I think it was 2015-16?
That was his first MVP.
16.
No, that was his second MVP.
That was the second time was 2015-16. The first time was I feel like this is backwards. It says 2014-15. I don't think that's right.
Yeah, that
when
is
did
right.
That's right.
KD won in 2013-14?
Yeah.
But I'm asking you, what game was the OKC game? Was it the 2014-2015 or 2015-2016?
I think it was the 2015
game. Had to be the 2015.
They were runner-ups in that playoffs.
So that was the 2015-2016 season.
Yeah.
They were runner-up.
That was the second MVP.
I'm talking about that one game where he just came back and hit the game winner. That
it was that year. It was the 2016. That's crazy, bro. Like I'm getting old. Yeah, I can't remember.
Time flies, man. Time flies. Especially with sports nowadays, with all the players and talent that's coming in. It's like you kind of forget so fast, which is kind of crazy.
But that's crazy.
That
went
crazy.
73-9.
73-9 and lost in the finals. Too.
Blew the 3-1 lead. God damn.
That was when Bean retired. He dropped 60 on Utah.
On his way out, made sure Utah didn't make the playoffs. It was crazy.
Yeah.
RB Bean. Man, Shaq said, "Do 50. Nah, I'll give you 60."
I remember watching that game in my college dorm. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I want those shoes that he played in because I love those.
You're not getting those, bro.
I know I'm not getting them, but they just look nice.
But
yeah, you could dream about them.
You're right.
You ain't touching those, my
You're
boy.
right.
You was not touching those. I'm sorry.
Until we get that bag, and then we could let me go find those.
You're still not touching those. I don't think that's possible, buddy.
I got a plug or some shit.
Yeah, you gotta get that PJ Tucker sneaker plug.
That's a crazy
plug.
He has
the best sneaker plugs in the world, bro. He gets all untouchable shoes, bro.
Like I be
man has a sneaker plug every.
His fits is so mediocre.
You know who I really hate on? You know who I really hate on? I hate on DeRozan.
Yeah.
He has every single pair of Kobe's, bro.
He does.
And I want that.
He said he's only wearing Kobe.
I want that.
You know who's slowly becoming one of the Kobe fiends? Jordan Poole.
Yeah, low key.
Watch his games, bro.
Low key.
Great Kobe.
But no one's touching DeRozan, bro.
Yeah, nobody's touching DeRozan.
Like PJ Tucker couldn't even mess with him when it comes to a Kobe collection, which is crazy to me. Like DeRozan
he just signed a deal with Nike to keep wearing them shits.
But DeRozan pulled out some. I think it was like last year or 2 years ago. DeRozan pulled out some Kobe's on FaceTime with PJ Tucker. He was like, "I'll bet you $1 million you don't got these." He ain't have them. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's some rich shit, bro.
I mean, of course.
I bet you $1 million. You hear me say like?
But he's been cool with Kobe since he was in high school. So.
Yeah, that's dope.
And then didn't they say they were gonna keep his line going
because of DeRozan?
Yeah.
That's just it's dope as hell. I think that's cool as hell. Keep that brand going.
I just want to be able to get another pair of Kobe's. That's all.
Yeah, I need another pair in my life.
Bro, I'm getting like 30 of them shits. I promise you.
I got 2.
Hey, side topic. What's your favorite pair of Kobe's?
I chopped like 4 or 5 of my Kobe's, bro. I be hooping, but I got 2.
I had a pair, but I chopped mine too, bro. Like I made a hole in like this big, and I was tight.
Yeah,
I'm like, nah.
I still got 3 of mine.
Yeah, I got 2 on mine.
They're not beat.
One's dead stock, bro. One's dead stock. One I hope in OD. Dead stock, bro. I got the box and all that.
Yeah.
Because when I bought them a week before Kobe passed. Didn't hoop in them.
It's crazy because the same shoes he got, I was gonna get it the day before he passed because they were like mad cheap on Go.
I don't know why either.
And I didn't get them. And then the day he died, I went back on their things. It was like 400. I was like, bro, what just happened?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I got them for like $110.
Yes, they was that cheap.
Calm pickup, bro.
Very calm. And I have not worn them yet. They are sitting in my closet. I'm never going to wear them either.
You gotta wear them at least once. No.
I'm just sitting in the box, bro.
Yeah,
but let's.
You're gonna tell that we're Kobe fanatics by this whole conversation.
Kobe's a goat. Let's get back on topic. I feel like we're definitely about to hop into a topic we're all about to have different answers on. Our super early power rankings for East and West, top 5 teams.
Are we starting off with East or West?
Okay, start us off with East and do your whole 5 and try to give a little bit of explanation behind them.
All right. So East for my 5, I had a split between Chicago and Brooklyn.
Okay.
Brooklyn, if they get KD, I can see them at 5. But if Brooklyn doesn't get KD and KD goes somewhere else, I got Chicago going back for 5. That's the only reason why I have them at 5. For 4, I got Miami Heat. Who did they pick up? Who did they just pick up?
The Miami Heat. They didn't pick up nobody, bro.
They didn't pick up nobody?
No. They didn't sign no fucking body. They signed Victor Oladipo
for a year contract.
Oh, that's okay. Then that's what I saw.
In his words, he said he's coming back and better. They messed up on his injury, but it's time to shine. So I'm a believer. I hope he plays well because I hate people seeing getting hurt.
From Indiana, but sometimes you don't have that step anymore. You don't have that.
I don't think he got it.
That man has not been the same since his first injury. It's sad.
You have multiple injuries back to back. People fail to realize this. When you're playing basketball and you have multiple injuries during the season, it's hard to get into rhythm. It's hard to mesh with your teammates, and it's hard to just play in general, bro. You can't find.
It took him a long time.
Yeah, bro. It's hard. But you can't match.
The thing is, matter of fact, can't finish out your list though.
All right, well, 4 I got Miami. I feel like they're consistent at being where they are. I actually have Boston dropping a 3. I feel like that's going to be a shocker. They got a new player. I feel like it's crazy, but I'm like, they just got a new guard, actual point guard. But I feel like it's going to take them some time to adjust. So that's why I got them at 3. Philly, I got Philly at 2. I feel like they're going to improve. Harden looks like he's getting in shape. Yeah. I think that they have. I feel like if they can get KD, with all the rumors and speculation, if they get KD, I can see them at 2. But obviously, number 1, I'm still going Milwaukee. It's just the dog team. Yep. I gotta leave Milwaukee at number 1.
All right, I'm with you with most of those. I'm not gonna lie. Cal, Hit us with your East top 5.
I have the Bulls at 5. You know, that's my team.
Trash.
Okay,
No,
so
let me stop.
Zach has to become a superstar for that max contract. Lonzo has to be a big factor in what we do. Our key acquisitions was Goran, Andre Drummond. We drafted Dalen Terry. I love his game. He dropped like 50 in a pro-am game. So I like what I see. You know, we have Caruso still. We still have a couple players that we had. So I have them. Then I have at 4 I have the Heat. Jimmy needs to stay healthy. Bam and Tyler need to take a big step in order for them to succeed. They lost PJ, so I'm really not high on them. At 2 I have the Bucks. Their big 3 has to stay consistent throughout the season. They have to
hold on.
They have to stay healthy together.
Skip 3.
I skipped 3?
You skipped 3.
3. So I'm sorry. 3 is Philly. The key acquisitions was PJ. They have a nice roster. Tyrese Maxey. They still have what's his name? Who's their power forward? I'm sorry.
For who?
Tobias?
Tobias Harris.
Tobias. Yes, they have Tobias. So they're a good squad. At my 2, I have the Bucks. Like I said, they need to stay healthy. Giannis is the best player in the world, so you know if he can take them far, but Middleton needs to step up. Drew needs to step up. They need to have better bench production. At 1, I have the Celtics. They made key acquisitions such as Malcolm Brogdon. JT and JB don't need the ball in their hands as much since they have Malcolm. And they need Robert Williams to be healthy.
I ain't mad at that. I kind of agree with yours. So to start mine, I got Chicago at 5 too. You brought in a solid rookie. He's a 2-way. He plays defense. He could score on the offensive side. But Chicago's main issue is health.
Yeah.
Zach LaVine, stay healthy for the whole season. Lonzo, stay healthy for the whole season. Caruso, Patrick Williams, all those guys have to stay healthy. And picking up Andre Drummond was a plus, but can he get back into form to run the floor with a point guard like Lonzo?
Yeah, I feel like he can. It takes the pressure off of him. You know, he could be a lob threat. I'm saying our projection is maybe we finish top 5 and we give somebody a good series. Somebody.
I think you guys stay healthy. You guys might be higher, but right now I'm comfortable with putting Chicago at 5. My 4 is Miami. No accusations, but they are in the regular season. They all stay pretty consistent and healthy. They're all dogs. That defense never disappears in the regular season. Only reason they're not higher is just they don't have a go-to guy. Jimmy Butler has shown many times he wants to play defense more than offense. So for Miami's GMs not to sign like a go-to guy when there's plenty of opportunities out there, it's a little concerning. But I think definitely for the regular season, they're going to stay in that top 5 spot for sure, easily. My 3rd is 76ers, to piggyback off of what Kay said, just seeing Harden talking about he actually wants to play and getting into shape, losing weight, and we got to see how he goes into the season because Embiid's gonna be Embiid. Dude's unguardable, unstoppable, 7 foot, score from anywhere. I think Tobias Harris 15 points is always nice. I think Tyrese Maxey is a big help, and you got Matisse Thybulle, great defender. I think it'll be. Right. I think if Harden gets back into flow of like scoring and not focusing on playmaking so much, because I feel like he's overdoing it a bit. Like, at the end of the day, we know you could pass, but you're a prolific scorer. Like, score the ball, bro. Right. We need you to score. I want to see Embiid and you go for 30 and have everybody else, 10, 12 points. You guys would be blowing teams out. We'd be blowing teams out. 2, this is hard for me, but I have the Celtics. They acquired Malcolm Brogdon and Gallinari. Gallinari he's a little slow, but he could definitely give a nice 10 to 12 points off the bench. And I think the dynamic of having a true point guard and Malcolm Brogdon, I think they're definitely going to run small ball a lot. Malcolm Brogdon at the 1, Smart at the 2. You go JB at the 3, JT at the 4, and Al Horford at the 5. They definitely have the defense to run it, and they definitely have the offense to run it. I think it's going to give a lot of teams trouble. But my number one has to be Milwaukee. Yes, Chris Middleton did get hurt in the playoffs, but as soon as he comes back, their dynamic duo, it's unguardable, it's unstoppable. Giannis is the best player in the world. You have a great defender at your 1 who can score 15 a game and continues to do that. Chris Middleton's giving you 20 a game, and Giannis is obviously going for 30 a game. Brook Lopez, he's a little old, but he could produce, and I think Bobby Portis is a great fit for them. And they got Joe Ingles, which brings in a shooter. I
didn't know they got Joe.
They got Joe Ingles.
They got Jingling Joe?
Jingling Joe. He could shoot. Can he get back in form because he hasn't played in 2 years? Don't know yet. But they don't need him to do much because their defense is pretty solid. So just come in the game, hit your threes.
That's a nice pickup.
And their draft pick, I really don't know how to pronounce his name. Marjon Beauchamp, something like that.
Yeah.
Young dude, lanky, plays really good defense. I think he's a great piece to come off the bench. So I still got Milwaukee as the top team in the East.
What I want to go back to is the Miami situation. Like I said, Bam and Tyler need to take a big leap.
Yeah. They regressed.
Like either one of them. It doesn't matter if Bam averages 23 and 10.
Bam or Tyler averages 24. Yeah. Tyler, you won 6 man a year. Option. You did your job. Bam, you kind of disappeared this season. And to help Jimmy,
I feel like Bam needs help down there.
He needs help. He's 6'9", playing the center position.
They have that other guy, but Spoelstra has a weird dynamic with their offense.
They don't score,
they need a scorer.
That's why they can't move any higher for me. And only reason Brooklyn wasn't in my top 5 because we don't know what the hell's going on over there.
No, I'm not even touching that topic.
Steve Nash is not a good coach to me. He has no offensive system for those guys. KD wants them gone, and the GMs aren't working with it. Who knows what Kyrie really wants? Kyrie wants to stay. Next thing you know, he wants to go to LA with Brown. But to me, it's just like, why not all stay? Ben's coming back. Seth's coming back. Patty Mills is coming back. Joe Harris is coming back. Like you Claxton's
I'm going to tell you why. Because Steve Nash is the coach.
Yeah, but if you're a GM,
fucking sucks.
You're a GM. You got Kevin Durant on your team saying, "Hey, can we fix this?" And you just no.
But he also wants the GM to get fired too. So it's like,
what is the GM doing well? What is the GM doing well?
The GM, I'm with you. The GM is actually pretty good at his job.
I don't blame Kevin Durant for what he's saying. I don't.
Would you want him to fire? You want them to fire the GM and the head coach, or just the GM?
The GM. I mean, just the head coach. Don't do really the GM that fast. Let's see what he does after firing Nash. Because as a GM, why are you signing LaMarcus Aldridge, DeAndre Jordan, and Blake Griffin? Yes, they're vets, but they're old, man. They can't run that floor with them. You got 2 of the best scorers in NBA history. Why are you getting some old bigs to run the floor with them? But look at Claxton. Claxton, young, running the floor, real springy. Looks great, fits in beautifully. Why go for old vets who can't run the floor or guard anybody on the defensive end?
They can't afford anything. Who can?
I feel like they're good to come off the bench. That's about it.
I don't think they're good enough for that either because benches are getting deeper and deeper by every year. Goons are going to come in and kill them. They realize that? They let go of Bruce Brown?
Yeah.
Why? To keep LaMarcus Aldridge?
I think Bruce. Where is Bruce? I saw him on some roster, but he's not a net.
That's absurd.
I thought LaMarcus Aldridge retired. What? He came back out of retirement or some shit?
Yep. He was having like chest issues or heart problems, and they fixed it, and he came back.
Yeah.
But I think
they shot that man with some drugs.
I think Brooklyn, you get rid of Blake, you get rid of Big LA, you get rid of Nash, and figure it out because your bench is weird.
Who do they hire as a coach? Who's that?
I'm thinking Mark Jackson.
You
implemented that Warriors offense, and Steve Kerr ran with it. I think you could do it with having 2 amazing scorers again, with a couple of solid guys off the bench for sure. Yeah. And you're going to have Ben Simmons back running this show. You don't have to worry about KD bringing the ball up every other possession. You got to worry about Kyrie bringing up every other possession. Bring in a real coach. Do you think
he's going to go to that dysfunctional bullshit, though? Like, is he going to look at him and be like,
I think he'll take it. I think he'll take it. As a coach, it's like a match made in heaven, bro. You have every piece.
Yeah, so I don't know why Steve Nash is not flourishing. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
He didn't implement an offensive system. We seen it from beginning to the season to the end to the playoffs. You had nothing going on the offensive end besides Kevin Durant, Kyrie, get the ball. Harden, when he was there, get the ball. What the hell did that do? You have role players. It's not like you have nobody on your team. Seth Curry, great role player. Patty Mills, great role player.
Patty Mills.
You know what I'm saying? You got Claxton. He's a great pick and roll center. You have the pieces to do what you were supposed to do. You had Andre Drummond and didn't implement him in no type of way. You used Bruce Brown more than him. Bruce Brown was a great role player, but it's like, as Steve Nash, like, you had a high IQ when you played, but obviously as a coach, something's not there.
Yeah. Because he had Bruce at the 4 doing pick and rolls at the free throw line, doing floaters and shit.
Crazy,
that's crazy.
Bro.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
It was a 6'4" guard playing power forward.
Like, what do you? And it worked because obviously no one's gonna be prepared for that type of dynamic of a 6'4" power forward.
Yeah. But it didn't work.
And then it didn't work on the defensive end.
It was shut down.
It didn't work on the defensive end. You're 6'4". Get out my way. I'm 6'8". I'm 6'9". Move. Move. You're a baby, Gerber. Yeah. Get out of there. So yeah, I mean, I feel like the East is gonna be really interesting with that Celtics and Bucks. I feel like they're gonna be going at it every game they play. Their teams go position for position. Like, it's just
that's the only two.
So is that you feel like that's a new rivalry?
I think Boston and Milwaukee is a new rivalry for the East for sure, because you got Giannis, Middleton, Drew, you got Smart, JB, and Jason Tatum, you got Al Horford, you got Bobby Portis. You know what I'm saying? I think they're gonna go at it every time they play. It's a dogfight every time they play. We see in the playoff series. I think it's gonna happen during the regular season. Every game they play, it's a dogfight every time. They both have it in them, and they both want that chip. Giannis got one, and I know he's hungry for another one.
Yeah, he's starving, man. He's starving.
Like, I know he wants it bad.
Yeah, he's not satisfied. He's one of those players. Never satisfied.
Beautiful. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Greek freak. He's that guy. Cal, start us off with your West Coast power rankings. I feel like this side's a lot harder.
Yeah, this is because the West is just stacked, bro.
It's stupid.
The West is stacked. So at 5, I have Denver. You know, Jokic being the MVP. They're getting Jamal and MPJ back from injury. They acquired some perimeter defense with KCP and Bruce Brown. There it is. Denver has Bruce Brown.
Yeah,
that's who has him. So I feel like they could, be contenders in the West. The West is fucking stacked, as we already know. Then we have the Suns. They just re-signed Ayton. Chris Paul and Book are dynamic. Mikal and Ayton need to take one more leap. I need to see Mikal do a little bit more on offense. I want him to. He seems like the player who can develop that. The Grizzlies are my 3rd. They have Ja Morant. All he needs to do is stay healthy. They have a young core. They re-signed Tyus. I like that. And Jaren Jackson needs to be their second option. At 2, I have the Clippers. PG needs to stay healthy. Why did you make that face?
Bro, let me go.
PG needs to stay healthy. Why needs to stay healthy?
Oh.
They have a deep bench.
I'm not mad.
Which is Norman Powell, Terrence Mann, Luke Kennard. They signed John Wall. And at my 1, I have the Warriors. They just came off that run. They have a deep-ass roster. Mm-hmm. They could trade for a caliber player if they wanted to. Because their bench is so deep, they can go ahead and, trade for a player. Curry's the best point guard in the league right now. They have the best shooting backcourt. And they can make a run for another title, man. Why did you make that face at PG?
We'll get into it after. Let us do our list first.
Yeah, I want to.
It's not at PG. It's at the Clippers. It's not at PG.
At the Clippers. Okay.
Clippers. Kay, you can hit us next.
All right, so at 5, I have Denver, but I have a split. So for honorable mention, I have the Grizzlies for 6. But at
You don't
5,
have the
I have
Grizzlies in your
Denver.
top 5?
They're not in my top 5.
Wow.
They're not. It's close, but it's a valid reason why. I feel like Denver, like you said, they're getting Jamal Murray, MPJ back. I feel like that's gonna help Jokic because I feel like Jokic has been out there by himself. If I'm being honest, I feel like he can't take the team.
He in his world of his own. Like
Yeah.
Like, he can't do it by himself. He needs some help.
not
Like,
in this league. Not in this league.
Yeah. Hell no.
Impossible.
that man needs help. For 4, I have the Pelicans at 4.
Ooh,
I have the
no.
Pelicans at 4 because they have McCollum, they have Brandon Ingram, you have Zion coming back. You have Zion coming back. Oh, I feel like I should say that again. Zion is coming back. That's
At
all I gotta
4
say.
though,
You're gonna hate me.
I'm gonna hate you then.
Zion's coming back.
You're gonna hate
Hey,
me.
that's all I say for Pelicans. Clippers, I have them at 3. They get John Wall and Kawhi is coming back. And you have PG, but I need them to stay healthy in order to maintain to be at 3. That's the biggest thing for the Clippers right now is going to be health issues. Because John Wall, when was the last time John Wall?
Like 2 seasons?
First of all,
2.
He played,
2, 3
he played
seasons.
when he first got to Houston, then he just stopped.
Yeah.
he didn't want
He
to
was
play
like,
with
nah,
Houston.
I'm not risking
There was
anything
nothing
for this
wrong with
contract.
him.
No, because all the young dudes came in, so he just sat out. Well, go ahead.
Yeah, he was like, fuck it. I'm just gonna chill.
Yeah, collect the
Take
ball.
this money. He made like $44 million
Stupid.
sitting down on his ass.
Yeah,
Like, are you shitting me, bro?
yeah.
Man has not played since he was with the Wizards. I don't count his Rockets career because that crap was like what he played
quick.
10 games.
It was really quick.
Yeah.
Like it's gone. At number 2, I have Phoenix at number 2. I feel like this may be Chris Paul's last run, so I feel like he's gonna give it his
I
all.
agree. As a Chris
for-
Paul
for
fan,
this
I
round.
agree.
I feel like this is gonna be his last chance, and God forbid he gets injured. If he gets injured, I feel like it's done for him. He retires. I give him 2 more years, but I feel like if he doesn't get in the playoffs and if he gets in the playoffs and he gets hurt, I feel like it's wraps because next year
I agree.
it's the same thing over and over. Number 1, obviously Golden State. They're still hot. They're coming off of a title win. They still have the same team in and added more pieces to it. There's
They
no
lost
reason
some-
why
they lost some
shouldn't be
players, though.
anymore.
Yeah,
They
They lost some players, but they got some players. But it was like,
I ain't mad at yours. Yeah.
You're mad at mine?
I'm
You
not
don't
mad
like
at
mine?
nobody's. I like everybody's right now.
Okay.
The dynamic of the West is insane, and I feel like no matter what you say, is not going to be bad.
Yeah.
Sometimes it sounds crazy, like I'm about to sound crazy, but it's a.
all right. If I
Pelicans
I
take-
said
don't
mine,
know
I
about
know
that.
his is crazier than mine.
Yeah, it is for sure.
Nah, that Pelicans one. Bro, you
just gonna have
bend
to
on
listen.
Zion to stay
You know,
healthy?
it's see, I'll get there. To start mine, I got 5. I got the Clippers. You didn't really add anybody. You just brought in John Wall, which is not super reliable. Kawhi, you're not reliable. PG, you're half-ass reliable. Health is your biggest issue. You might go in the game, you sneeze on one of them, and they might get hurt. And that is concerning because you didn't add nobody. You didn't add a single player besides John Wall. And John Wall is more injury prone than a mirror,
you don't like their
around
bench?
hammers. What did their
You don't
bench,
like their bench?
What did their bench do last year?
They helped them keep afloat, at least.
Yeah, keep them afloat.
Brandon
For sure, but
Boston,
you don't think
Terrence
you
Mann,
don't think they
Marcus.
Need more? You don't think they need more? John Wall was
No, not really. They have a good bench.
Okay, even when
Reggie.
even when PG and Kawhi was healthy, where did they get? They need something real to get over the hump, not an unreliable point guard. I would love to see
True.
all of them stay healthy. If John Wall stays healthy, then my opinion is going to be different. But John Wall's been hurt forever, and who knows?
Man has not played since he was with Wizards.
Sitting out 2 years is not good, bro. Especially because you're about to go to the West where you've never been before. where you're playing top tier point guards every night,
Yeah.
we'll see. But right now, health looking like their deathbed. Denver, I got Denver at 4. You got Jamal Murray come back. You got MPJ. You got Bruce Brown coming in. KCP coming in. There's great pickups, but they lack defense. Plain and simple. Their offense could be as powerful as it is, but they lack defense. Jokic, you're one of the most scored on bigs in the NBA. Everybody, Michael Porter Jr., you're a matchup nightmare. Anybody wants you on a pick and roll so they get you. It looks horrible. We seen you take Dame take you in the playoffs like every other possession, bro. Every other possession. It looked crazy. But their offense speaks crazy. Their offense gets it done. Jokic being the primary ball handler just gets that team going. So
they're just a regular season team to you.
Yes,
that's what you.
They can't get over the hump in the playoffs when a team studies you and gets you 7 games in a row, 4 games in a row. You literally could only fuel off of offense for so long. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna run out. You're gonna run out of games.
Right.
You need defense to win, bro. It's proven. You know what I'm saying? They have no defense. KCP, not a defender. Bruce Brown, not a defender. You don't even know what kind of position you're going to play. Aaron Gordon, you've been shaky since you got there. Michael Porter Jr.,
Shaky is generous, bro. Oh. Shaky is generous.
You know what I'm saying?
Shaky is fucking generous.
Michael Porter Jr., you're playing the hardest position in the NBA, and you can't guard a single player. Not a single top player in that position. Jamal Murray, I've seen your workout videos. You look good. He wasn't the best defender, but right now you look a step behind. Obviously, you're not going to be full-fledged yet, but we'll see. 3, I got New Orleans.
But you gave me reasons why the Clippers are unhealthy, but you have New Orleans.
Think about it. CJ McCollum came halfway through the season and literally just, things got rolling. There is no Zion. You gave the number 1 team in the NBA with the best record in the NBA issues with no star player. Your bench did that. B.I. did that. McCollum did that. Valanciunas did that. And now that Zion's back and they have a very young, youthful bench with a lot of good talent on it, and they're all dogs and do play defense. Their biggest liability on defense right now is McCollum, and he's not a bad defender.
Nah, not at all.
So now you have McCollum, who just came off of scoring 24 points a game for them. You have Brandon Ingram coming off scoring 20 a game, and I feel like he's going to have a breakout season, even if Zion's back. You had Valanciunas probably having one of the best years of his career. And then you have Zion coming back. Who knows what he can do? But at the end of the day, we know he's a monster. No matter what you put in front of him, he's going to outmuscle you, and he's going to get to the rim. Without a doubt, he's going to out-rebound you, and it's going to show regardless. That bench, Jackson Hayes, Walker, and a couple other young dudes. They get the Jose Alvarado and the lanky guy, lanky dunker. What's his name?
I know who you're talking about. Light-skinned dude?
Yeah,
light-skinned dude?
Yeah, got a little fro, lanky. But they have that fight in them, and their coach shown that he could play with the best. Now,
Willie's nice.
Bringing in a star, it changes everything. So now the dynamic of an offense is like, as a defense, you look at the offense like, okay, I got to make sure Zion is not in position. Zion catches that ball, and hopefully Zion is good enough to make certain plays. Because if Zion gets that ball in the post, you have Brandon Ingram and CJ McCollum open. Because I know he's getting double teamed. McCollum's a great 3-point shooter. B.I. can shoot the 3-ball. Even Valanciunas can shoot the 3-ball. I think that dynamic of that young team ready to run and gun with defense, I think it's going to speak volume.
They're going to have such a high energy, too. Cause
they're all young.
That team in the playoffs against Phoenix, my God.
I'm a Phoenix fan. Like, they was giving us work with nothing. Now you're about to have a full team with an actual star. And again, like I said, I think B.I. is about to have a breakout season. And they didn't lose nobody. That team,
you have them at 2, right?
I got them at 3.
I got them at 3. Okay.
But I think New Orleans can make a lot of noise. Maybe I'm drunk, but I just like what I see. I love what I see. I really do. So
I respect it.
At 2, I have the Suns. We lost JaVale McGee, which was huge, and we lost Aaron Holiday. We didn't use Aaron Holiday anyway. I don't know why Monty Williams didn't use him. He was a great backup point guard, but we lost him. But we did acquire Damian Lee, which is a great guy to have off the bench, and we acquired Josh Okogie from Minnesota, who's a good defender. So that just brings more defense off the bench. But having the dynamic of the offense, or starting five, it's not going to stop. Chris Paul knows how to run an offense. It will never end. Book's one of the best scorers in the league. I feel like, to piggyback off of what you said earlier, Cal, I feel like McCall needs to take a small step on offense, but Ayton, I need a huge step. I need to start seeing those mid-range shots. I need to start seeing that post work. I need to see a huge step on offense to give Chris Paul a breather. Give D-Book that breather, because we have not seen that yet.
No, and I don't think he has it in him to take that step, bro.
We'll see. We'll see. But they have the same team. They got the same momentum going in, especially after being disrespected by Luka like that. So it hurts as a Suns fan, but he was killing us. But I think they definitely got a chip on their shoulder, and just knowing that, honestly, it's probably Chris Paul's last real run. They got to make stuff happen. So
yeah, they definitely do.
I got them at 2, and at number 1, I got the champs, Golden State. Yes, you lost Gary Payton Jr. and you lost Otto Porter, which is the 2 major ones. Juan, he didn't do much for them, and Bielitsa, I don't know how to say his name. He was well.
Bielitsa?
Yeah, I lost him too. I just feel like, you guys are coming in on a high. Jordan Poole is probably going to have another great season. Curry's going to be Curry. I feel like Clay keeps on taking step forward from his injury. Like, just a step by step, but it's always moving forward. So I feel like he's just going to come back on a high. Draymond's Draymond. Draymond's going to get the job done no matter what. Hopefully you guys get Wiseman back after Christmas, and that'll be big because he's a great player. Kevin Looney stays healthy. Kevin Looney stays healthy. He played all 82 games. What can you say? You guys definitely got some good pickups with Dante DiVincenzo from the guy from Milwaukee, and Patrick Baldwin was a good draft pick, and you had another good draft pick from Toledo. It's a shifty guard. Kind of reminds me of Sean Livingston. And he was really good.
He's like 6'4".
He was really good. And you brought in JaMychal Green. So I think you guys are just going to bring them in, get them into flow, and you guys are going to get things running in Golden State. So I got them at number 1 still.
Okay.
So,
I like the Pelicans one. That was a good take.
I love what I see, man.
From both of you guys.
I love what I see. Like, it's a young team. They play defense. They have the offensive power, and you're getting a tank back. Like,
hopefully, bro, stay healthy.
If he stays healthy, I think they could be a top 5 team, and I think they could sit at 3rd because they have every position they need, even on the bench.
Yeah, that bench is pretty deep.
Mm-hmm.
Energetic.
Kyle, real quick, why would you want to trade Wiseman yet when they didn't fully get to use him yet? It's only been 2 years.
Because
2-3 years.
He's shown me that he cannot stay healthy. 1, he's still serviceable because we can use him in trade talks. He's young, so some team can be like, okay, we want him for some draft picks, another player, maybe another player, and get like a good 3rd option for Curry. Because they're probably going to lose Draymond, maybe going to lose Wiggins, either or. So get that 3rd player that you can, possibly use in the future. That's what I'm thinking they might do, because they pull out some shit. They always doing some shit, bro.
I think they need to. I think honestly they want to give him a shot because 7-footer with weight on him, good footwork, block shots, got a midi, dunks everything. I think they just want to give him a shot before they officially go into what you just said, because I think if they give him a shot and he doesn't do what they want him to do, I think they're just going to go ahead and use him as a trading block.
Yeah.
But he has too much potential to just give away without fully using him yet.
That's true, but
we'll see.
Like I said, you have to stay on the court to maximize.
If he can't stay on the floor, then bye. But if he shows them he can play, I think they're going to use him in every way.
Yeah, he's a great lob threat.
So he does everything.
I feel like once Draymond leaves Golden State,
If he leaves,
I think he's
If he
retiring
leaves.
soon.
I feel like his days are coming.
Bro got 4 rings.
I can't see Golden. I'm like, I can see Golden State, but I feel like they'll be.
They can't win without him. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. I'm like, I'm not. It sounds bad, but I see him. I see him 5 through 10 team. If Draymond leaves,
not that low. I think they're still a top team, but I just don't think they get over the hump without him because he does so much. That stats don't.
Yeah, he does do a lot.
I'm like, they're making the playoffs. Don't get me wrong. I feel like they'll make the playoffs regardless. But I just feel like without Draymond, that's like a key. That's like I feel like Draymond's the point guard for that team.
No,
like
100%.
Yes,
100%.
Like you kind of take that away.
He's the general on defense too. He's the general.
Yeah. So you take that away. I feel like that it does some numbers on them, but they'll still be a playoffs team for sure.
Yeah. Any shocks on anybody's list? Like huge shock of why so high, why so low? Besides the Pelicans.
Besides the Pelicans, maybe the Suns, because I feel like the Suns' championship window is dwindling.
You still had him at third though.
Yeah.
It's not.
Well, it's like a fringe right there. It's like Chris is on his way out.
That's why I put him too. This is their last opportunity. They still have everything.
Yeah, Chris is on his way out. Devin might fuck around and ask for a trade.
Nah.
And be like, nah, I don't want to be here.
He loves Phoenix.
I know he's a loyal guy. I know.
He's too loyal.
Yeah.
He's too loyal.
But you never know in this league.
It depends. It really depends on what they get after Chris Paul.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Which I think they can. I think they can acquire somebody. Who don't know.
Who's the star acquisition once Chris leaves?
We have to see in a year or two, bro. Because Cal, we talked about it the other night. There's so many point guards in the league.
Yeah,
there's so
a handful.
There's so
but
many.
Who fits Devin's game more besides Chris?
I really got to sit down and look.
Yeah.
I have to sit down and look.
Think about that. Who really can ball handle, create shots, as well as create shots for other players?
I wouldn't mind,
like Chris Paul.
I wouldn't mind seeing DG, but Cleveland would never trade him. It would never happen.
DG?
What? What's so funny?
No. I'm thinking about the person.
He's a shot creator. He passes. He's young. He doesn't get hurt, but Cleveland would never trade him.
No.
Cleveland would not do it.
Yeah, that's kind of.
And for you guys to lose and try to get a player in the draft, that would be tough to see. Go back into rebuild mode.
That's what I'm saying. They're going for a trade, but where? It's a hard one to say because, like you said, Chris Paul is a huge point guard to live up to.
Yeah.
It's big shoes to fill. Yes, Chris Paul always gets hurt in the playoffs, but Jesus Christ, those are some big shoes to fill. He does so much. And there's not too many point guards who's really playmakers at heart.
Not a lot.
It's a hard
I'm trying to think. It's hard.
A person I'll kind of say is a dark horse, Tyrese Halliburton. If he could work on his playmaking this year, I think he'll fit right beside Devin Booker.
That's who you guys were supposed to draft, actually.
Hey, man, you don't win it all. Look at the Knicks.
Yeah, that's a fact.
They passed up on Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the Knicks, though.
The Knicks.
Look at Portland. They passed up on Kevin Durant for Greg Oden.
That's some bad move, man.
Handsome every year.
It happens all the time.
If I was in that GM office, I'd have been looking at them all types of ways. Like, what are y'all doing?
It happens all the time.
He's 7 feet.
It does
He's
everything.
A 7 foot shooting guard.
It does everything. So it happens, bro. It happens. It's tough. We're gonna tap into our last topic of this podcast, and I think this is gonna be a hard one because I feel like we all put
this is the juicy one.
Some thought into it, and let's get to it. We're gonna go top 10 defenders heading into the new season. Cal, I'd like for you to start us off from your 10 to 6.
Like 10 to 6. So With 10, I have Mikal Bridges. His on-ball defense is superb. You know, he was shaky in the playoffs. I didn't really watch this series with him against Luka.
There was a lot of switches, bro. Luka got so many switches off of him.
I figured.
That's what you're supposed to do as a scorer, though. You don't want the best defender on you. We're not Kobe.
Yeah.
We're not Kobe.
Yeah, I know the issue with Luka. And then at 9, I have Bam.
Ooh.
So Bam is a great shot blocker, great rim protector. You know, he anchors that Heat's defense very well. He's undersized at the center position, which, you know, that's why I dropped him below. He can guard perimeter players too, so he's a little bit underrated in that regards. At 8, I have Marcus Smart. He's the DPOY. You know, you have to have him in your top 10. He's the leader of that Boston defensive unit. His IQ and intangibles are, you know, superior. Even though he flops, I don't like that. You know, I don't like players who flop.
It's kind of
flop a little bit.
It's an art of the game nowadays. You know what I'm saying? It's a skill.
Yeah, you know, you have to sell the call, get the refs in your pocket.
Yeah.
At 7, I have Jaylen Brown. He's great on ball. He can move his feet really well. He's been guarding top tier players such as KD. Seen him guard KD, strip the ball from him.
Does well. Well.
Yeah. At 6, I have Andrew. You know, he gets offensive and defensive rebounds. He plays great help defense on the weak side, you know, when players are rolling. He has great lateral quickness, and he averages 1 block per game, which is very interesting as a small forward who's 6'7". You know, his bounce helps with that, but you know, he's superb.
I like the year 10 through 6 a lot.
I ain't gonna lie, we have similar players except for one.
We only have one player that's similar for mine, but I'm gonna let you go ahead, Kay, since you guys are pretty similar.
All right, well, at 10, similar. I have Mikal Bridges at 10. There's nothing I can say about that. I have him at 10. Like you said, he was shaky in the playoffs, but he was shaky in the what was it? Who they play? The Golden State series.
No, we didn't play Golden State.
They play Golden State. I lied. Scratch that. The Pelicans. Yeah.
See, real quick, because you know I'm about to have Mikal a lot higher than y'all, like obviously, but you can't say shaky when star players are literally doing everything in their power to make sure
that's what I was getting to. I was like,
I get that.
Shaky in the Pelicans, but
like,
you know,
I'm not trying to be biased either as a Suns fan, but
watching the series, I understand what you're saying. There was a lot of switching, a lot of help.
Let's get Mikal off me. Let me get D Book or Chris Paul. You know what I'm saying? Or let me get Ayton out on the perimeter.
Yeah. That's the offense for Dallas.
That's why he's a lot higher for me. That's why he's way higher.
I understand.
Sorry to cut you off, Kay.
No, you're good. You're good. At 9, I actually have Andrew Wiggins at 9 and not 6.
Mm-hmm.
At 8, I'm going to have Jaylen Brown. 7, instead of you had Bam, right? I don't have Bam. I have Al Horford because he kept
lowest scored player in the league. Like no one can score on him, bro. I'm not mad at it.
That's why I have him at 7. But you know, DPOY, I got him at 6. Like Marcus Smart 6. Okay. So the 3-headed.
Yeah.
Well, I can't really say 3-headed, but you know, three men from Boston.
There's a lot of Boston players in this list.
Yeah, the best defense in the NBA, bro. Best defense in the NBA. All right. For mine's a lot different than yours. Both of you very different. Like I told you before, my list is a little wacky. But 10, I have Evan Mobley. Super lanky, great shot blocker. Guards the perimeter pretty well. His lateral movement is pretty well. I think he's gonna be a way better defender than Rudy Gobert, like way better because he shows that.
Way better.
He could guard on the perimeter. And as a 7-footer who's extremely lanky, that's beautiful to see. I just need obviously he just needs a little more time in the league. At 9, I have Jaren Jackson Jr. You led the league in blocks and you led the league in total blocks. as a kind of undersized power forward, you're not the tallest guy on the floor at all. And it just shows me that you're not afraid to get into the paint and bang with the big boys. So I'll take that as I see that as a plus as an undersized power forward.
The only reason I didn't put him on there is because he fouls a lot. Fouls way too much.
You're gonna get in foul trouble when you're contesting every shot. You're putting up You're putting up 2-point-something blocks a game. That's high.
But that comes with discipline too.
It does, but that's
like,
why
okay, I can block this guy, this guy.
That's why he's at 9.
Okay.
At 8, I have DeJounte Murray. I have him pretty high because he can't get into guarding. He can't get into guarding dudes like 6'9". He can't get into the big man range yet. I think he'll make it, but right now he's a great perimeter defender. He guards very well in the pick and roll. He's very hungry to get a steal. His fouls aren't that bad, and I think he's being a perimeter defender in the NBA right now is tough. It is tough. At 7, I have Jaylen Brown. Here comes that Boston defense. He does very well. He guards the 1 through the 4 very well. He guards the perimeter, guards the paint. He's not afraid to get bruised up, and he just shows that that grittiness on defense, and I like it a lot. And at 6, I got DPOY, Marcus Smart.
Okay.
All right.
I'm not mad at it. I liked it.
I'm not. I had Evan Mobley on my list. I took him off. I had a couple players on my list. I kept taking off. I'm like,
the defender's hard when you get into the stats.
It is.
I think it's just because I see the upside of Evan Mobley being a good defender on the perimeter as a Senator. Like guarding the perimeter already, it's crazy. Like
because if you can guard the perimeter, that means you really have good lateral quickness.
Yep.
You can,
and he's already 7'2", lanky as hell. He can jump. He blocks everything. I see huge.
What's his ceiling? Davis healthy?
Oof. I don't think he'll have that big of an offensive bag.
But can he develop? I see he has a little jumper.
Yeah, but you got to remember the offense he's in right now with Darius Garland. He's a big pick and roll.
He could expand his game.
It's the whole dynamic of that Cleveland offense. It's a lot of pick and roll. It's a lot of pick and roll set plays. There's not a lot of freedom for a big to score in Cleveland right now. You're gonna work with the point guard because we are athletic 7-footers and teams don't have that like that. So having a good playmaker with DG, that pick and roll is kind of unstoppable.
Yeah,
and he's not.
You have 2 7-footers,
and the thing is, he's not always the screener. Because watching Cleveland, who's the other big?
Jared
Allen. It would be Jared Allen screening for DG. You're gonna fake a lob to Jared. Next thing you know, you have Evan Mobley running the base on Lob City, and they do that. It's crazy. So I don't see his offensive game developing as fast because their offense is really pick and roll, alley-oop dominant. And when it comes to ISO scoring or set offense scoring, it's Darius Garland. So, but I think his ceiling's high. Would I say AD? I don't know because a healthy AD is crazy, bro. His ceiling's high though.
Yeah, his ceiling's pretty high.
How many games did AD play last season?
2.
It feels like it. Not even lie.
It wasn't that much though. It wasn't that much. It really wasn't.
The best ain't touched the ball since.
He played 1.5 games. It's a broken pinky toe. Fucking frail bastard.
Cal this guy Cal hates anybody who's injury prone. It's a fact.
Bro, why are you so fucking frail? Go drink some fucking spinach juice, bitch.
No, it's not that he's frail. I don't think he was prepared for all that weight.
I think it's the weight, bro. It has to be. That's the only thing I look at when
at all for that weight.
Yeah. Once you shed that weight, you'll be straight.
Oh yeah.
Like Kobe said, take him off. He don't deserve to wear him.
No.
No. It's like every time he gets hurt, he's wearing Kobe's, and it's always he's rolling an ankle. It's something with his foot.
Yep.
It's like, bro, take him off. Go back to your big man.
When he fucking lands, he doo-doo.
Your big man shoes. Get those dunks out the truck, buddy. Stop it.
So who Yeah, start us off with your top five.
At 5, I have PG. Even though he has small sample size, 31 games, he averaged 2.2 steals. You know, he's a lockdown defender. Um, I'm there just for those reasons. He's gonna
I'm
clamp.
not mad at that.
Yeah. Jason at 4. He averaged 1.2 steals per game as well as a block per game. It's 0.9, but it's a block. Jason guards primary. He guards fours, fives, threes, twos, one. I like Jason upside as a defender. I feel like he can be, he could win like 4 All NBA defensive, you know,
Yeah,
4 or 5
I ain't mad
in
at
his
that.
career. I have Giannis at 3. Giannis is just dominant as a shot blocker. Um, he protects the rim very well, even though he gets scored on a lot. You told me that.
He guards every position.
Yeah, he guards every position. He's not the greatest the perimeter. He's not the greatest perimeter defender, but he gets
It's
the
out
job
there.
done.
It's out
At
there.
2, I have Drew. Drew averages 1.8 steals per game. He's a two-way demon. We all know what Drew can do. He can guard the 1 through 5. He can body you up. He can guard your best player whenever he needs to. At 1, I have Draymond Green. If if Draymond Green didn't get injured, he would have been DPOY, and that's the only reason why I have him there. Draymond is the anchor for that Warriors defense. He gets the job done. He does everything, every little thing that you need. It doesn't show on the stats, but Draymond's gonna do it, and that's my 5 through 1.
Not mad at that at all. K, hit yours.
My 5, I got Joel Embiid. Man, can play both sides of the ball, offense and defense. I would like to see him be more aggressive on defense because I know he has to do all the scoring on offense. I'm like, you got Harden, but he's not there to really score. He's playing passive for whatever reason. Still don't know, but I need that man to score. That's my guy. But yeah, I got Joel at 5. 4, I have Jimmy Butler at 4. Man's a dog. I don't know why is this man not in discussion of DPOY?
I don't know. He might get scored on a lot, or
Yeah, he probably
I
gets
don't
scored,
know.
or he
That's what I'm
doesn't.
like.
He doesn't guard.
He
I
plays
don't
the
think he
lane
guards
so
the number 1
well.
players. I don't think he does
Not
that.
not like he used to. I probably do
Yeah,
that.
he has too many knee injuries. He can't.
Everyone has knee injuries out here nowadays, buddy.
Yeah,
Facts.
true.
Hey, Kel, I'm one of them.
Hell yeah.
Recovery. Yeah, that ain't it. That ain't it. At 3, I got Drew Holiday, guard 1 through 5, very well. At 2, I agree with Cal. I have Giannis at my 2.
No, I had Drew at my 2. I had Giannis at my 3.
Yeah. But at my 1, I have Draymond at my 1. That's where I agree with you. Yeah.
Okay.
I agree with you on my 1. I have Draymond at my 1. Like you said, he's the anchor. That man is the general for Golden State. You take him off that team, I feel like Golden State it's a little shaky for communication on that defensive side.
My list is so different from both of yours from 10 to 1.
I know it is, but
I'm not mad at y'all list at all, though. I agree with most things y'all say for sure. I'm not mad at it at all, but mine's just different. So 5, I have Drew Holiday. Obviously, he can guard 1 through 5. He shows it all the time, but definitely being undersized when he gets to the 3 and 5 positions, it shows. There's some plays where Bron will baby him. There's some plays where KD will just go up and score. So that's why he's only at 5 for me. But he definitely guards the 1 through 5 very easily. He's a dog. At 4, I have BG. Yeah, it was a little sample, but 2 steals a game is crazy. I don't care because that means he was going to keep that up the whole season. You're a lanky defender. You're a perimeter defender. You don't let guys get to the paint too much when you're guarding them, and that speaks volume. That means you're keeping your man where they need to be. So that's where he's there for me. I have JT at 3. He showed me so much this year of guarding the 1 through the 5, being one of the least scored on players, like just the dog. Like he's stopping top small forwards, top power forwards in their spots. You know what I'm saying? When you could stop a top player in their zone, in their comfort zone, that's crazy to me. That playoffs against KD, you was in his jersey.
It was in his chest.
No fear, no nothing, and just showing that you could defend. Like I said, the 1 through 5 speaks volume to me. Like guarding them well, guarding them consistently, physical, rebounding, like just getting there, getting to their spots. It speaks volume to me. I think he could potentially, if he keeps up the rate he's going, I think he could potentially be in a DPOY combo. I think he could be there for sure. At 2, I have a dude. Yeah, I both put at 10. Mikal Bridges.
Pretty high.
It is high, but watching, obviously I watch Suns game more than anybody because I watch Suns game. But when we play top teams, you would never see him shy away from the top defender. Point guard, small forward, center, he's there.
Okay.
And one person I love seeing him guard is Steph Curry. Steph Curry is not an easy person to guard on ball or off ball. The guy's always running nonstop. On ball, he's still getting a screen. Off ball, he's still getting a screen. Watching that matchup, Mikal Bridges is always in his jersey. Screen or not, making him uncomfortable, making him get out his spots. And showing that most stars you guard want screens to get away from you, that tells me you're doing a lot. Watching, being
doing your fucking job.
Being a lanky defender, getting in KD's face, getting in Tatum's face, getting in Luka's face. I see so many possessions where you're guarding the top defender and they're uncomfortable around you because you're there. You don't move. You're there. No matter what you're gonna do, you're there. And that speaks volume to me. He was one of the least scored on guys. Average a steal, a couple blocks, but like you said, defense isn't only stats. So seeing him, like, just the way he makes dudes uncomfortable and makes dudes get to not their best spots on the floor, like top stars. You know how hard it is to make Curry uncomfortable shooting?
Yes. It's very fucking hard.
Damn near impossible, and I've seen him do it. So it just I
gotta watch him more then because I didn't know that.
When you watch more Suns games, and he doesn't stop. Like how Curry is on offense, he don't stop. Mikal's the same way on defense. And that's why he was really in the DPOY convo. He didn't have the stats to prove it, like as like 2 blocks a game, 2 steals. He didn't have that. If you look at it, he didn't have that. But now if you're watching just a whole entire game of him defending, you're going to notice that star player is shying away from him. The Mavericks series, for instance. Luka was getting screens for D-Book and Chris Paul. He wasn't trying to go to Mikal every play. Because he knows Mikal's gonna make him uncomfortable. Luka's slow. Yes, he's shifty, crafty, gets to his spot, but Luka is slow. So to have a guy who's lanky is gonna be in your face the whole time, you don't want that.
Yeah. And Luka's ball dominant, which makes it even worse.
So that's why those screens was always coming. Yeah, let me get Ayton on me. I don't want Mikal. Let me get Ayton. So
yeah, let me get that switch.
I feel like just like. Without the stats, because like I said, stats don't always talk for defense. It's just seeing what he does on the floor for defense. It's a lot. And my number 1 is Giannis. You guard 1 through 5. You always guard the best player. You're super physical. And the thing for Giannis, for me, is a stat that it's not a stat. There will be plays on offense where you completely think the team's going to score. Next thing you know, here comes Giannis out of the blue, stopping the play every time. The game against Philly, you know what I'm saying? 2 to 3 steps, he's in your face. The game against Philly this year, Embiid had a clear game winner layup. Who comes out of nowhere off the glass? Giannis. And he just shows that drive from, that hard work, that dedication to playing defense from the 1 through the 5. You know what I'm saying? We know you're not going to stop every star in the league. It's kind of impossible. But he's there every time, and he's guarding the 1 through 5 every time. No matter if it's a pick and roll or the coach wants me guarding the best player, he's going to be there. So that's kind of why he's one of the most scored on. But like just to see the fact that you're going at everybody, putting up 1.5 steals a game and 1.5 blocks a game, it's crazy to me. Like you're everywhere. You're everywhere on the floor. You're literally the whole engine of that Bucks defense. You and Drew get everybody going and just being this real center, because Brook Lopez ain't no goddamn shot blocker.
Nah.
So that just
He's
tells
more
me,
of a stretch five.
so Giannis got to get over three steps to go block probably one of the better centers or better power forwards in 2 seconds, and he's always there.
Right. The only pushback I have with that is that he doesn't. His off-ball defense is not the greatest. Sometimes he's just there.
That's where the shot blocking comes into play. His off-ball shot blocking.
Yeah, he's always in the paint. Exactly. So he can't get out there.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at what you said, though.
You're not mad at that?
Because you have to be there. You have to be there as the primary shot blocker. You just said it yourself. Your center doesn't block shots.
Yeah.
I have to protect the paint. So that's why there's some plays where you'll see him in the paint instead of helping off ball for a 3-ball because Brook Lopez isn't stopping nobody. So I cut him a little bit of slack there. But I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like our list was pretty solid. I know I left off Draymond. I know I'm probably drunk for that, but
yeah, you're definitely drunk for that.
It's just
100%.
Are you drunk for it? I'm like,
I see him
you
more.
saw
we left off players too.
That Golden State team.
Yeah, but I see him more as like a coach on defense. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. But
it's a beautiful thing.
I see him.
You don't really got to do much. You just be like, yo, you go here, you go there. He's coming this way. But you help.
But in a one-on-one, he's getting scored on a lot.
I get it,
and the
but
NBA,
his impact.
The NBA is one-on-one basketball.
But his impact alone.
No, for sure. But you know what I'm saying. I just my reason of why he's not on there is because the one-on-one aspect.
Oh, you don't have him on there at all?
Nah, I didn't have him at all.
Yeah, he's not on there at all for him.
Damn, what is going on, bro?
No,
I'm like, shoot. He's had some players.
Who do you have at 10?
Evan Mobley.
Who do you have at 9?
Jaren.
Jaren's better than Draymond?
Yo, 2.5 blocks a game is crazy, bro.
Okay, who do you have at 8?
DeJounte Murray, and I think he belongs.
DeJounte is better than Draymond.
As an on-ball defender?
No, as a defender whole.
See, but the thing with Draymond that you guys are saying is that he's speaking. He's a coach. He's throwing that volume. But I'm talking about that real, actual on-ball defense. DeJounte is better on-ball defense.
If you ask me who I'd rather have on the team,
you're gonna say the vet. Or Draymond? You're gonna say the vet. You're gonna say the guy who literally coaches the defense. You're gonna say that.
Yes,
but see,
so why is he not better than him?
He's not. Has DeJounte had a team like that yet?
The Spurs, to a certain extent.
I was like, who's on that team?
Yo, bro, the next best defender on the Spurs is Pop. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
But you can't just not have Draymond on the list, bro.
I'm sorry, bro.
Somebody got to come on.
No. The only person I'm comfortable with taking off this list is Jaren Jackson because his fouls.
Okay. Get that guy out of here. Get him out of here.
I'm okay with that. But no, I know I sound crazy, but to me, like I said,
you don't sound crazy. It's your opinion.
It's just
that
it's
a lot of defenders in the league.
The NBA is so one-on-one when it comes to offense, and I feel like a lot of these guys play better defense on ball. Now, if you're talking about like I'm directing this damn defense and this is my team of defense, that's Draymond. He orchestrates it easily. But when I see him one-on-one against dudes, yo, bro, they be having a field day on his ass.
Yeah, he's not the same. He can't move. He's like 33 with bad knees.
Even in his prime, dude.
Jump shot.
Oh my god!
You see that fucking jump shot? But as a coach on the floor and as a defensive, vanguard, can I say that? He's a fucking savant when it comes to defensive end.
To counter what you're trying to say about Draymond on, defense, I feel like it's kind of the same argument of considering Chris Paul a top 10 offensive player. You see what I'm trying to get at?
I know what you mean. Like Chris Paul, yes. So he is a top. I know what you mean.
But you don't have Chris Paul in your top 10 offensive players.
No, I don't.
That's my point.
No, I don't.
But that's my point.
But defense is a whole different story, though.
In a sense, because
it wins games.
But the things you're saying of like orchestrating on offense and orchestrate. Chris Paul has one of the highest rates in NBA history of just scoring and shit like that. So it's just like, To me, it's the same argument because Chris Paul's not on my top 10 offensive players either. And he,
I hear you, but I don't.
Hey, bro.
Because when it comes to defense, it's a whole different animal,
I think
bro.
we agree to disagree.
All right.
We agree to disagree. I'm gonna leave that there. Because, like I said, my list is more of like actually guarding people. Like you really have to guard me, bro.
Like the on ball playing, like guard.
That was my list.
I'm gonna strap up in your face, like we gonna get dirty.
And that's why JT was so high, bro. He'd be in people's jerseys. That's why Macau is my second. He's, you know what I'm saying, like
hands on, yeah.
So
ETSA, as we call it.
TSA pre-check.
TSA. I like that.
Yeah, I like that. But so yeah, I think we all had some good lists though. I'm surprised. Real quick. Why didn't y'all have Evan on your list yet?
Who?
Evan Mobley. I said yeah.
I had him on my list
because I know y'all gonna put him there. I know y'all gonna put him there one day.
No, I didn't really. No, go K.
Oh, okay. So I had him on my list, and then I also had Scotty Barnes on my list. But we was talking about it. Yeah, I had Scotty Barnes, but I was like, it's just 1 year in the league. I was like, I give him some more time.
That's
it. And I was like, I can give him another.
The benefit.
I was like, I give him 3 years, and then I'll see he's worthy to still put on that list. And Mobley, it was the same way. I was just like, I need more years on that, like on your resume. But I'm like, he don't get me wrong, he's a great defender. I want some more years on it.
Real quick.
Yeah, that's the same issue I have. They need more.
So since y'all talking about this need more time thing, I have a hot take that I get into with a lot of old heads, and you know their main reason is time, and my take is Giannis is a top 3 power forward of all time already, and I think he's second. And I feel like since he only played 8 years, a lot of old dudes or certain people don't give him the credit he deserves yet. Is that a valid reason, even though he has all the accolades and stats to prove that he's better than most of the power forwards? Because I have him at second already.
I agree with it.
I mean, like you said, it's a small sample size of 8 years. So give Giannis 10 years, and then we could discuss that. But like you said, the old heads always have issues with, us younger dudes saying players of our generation are Hall of Fame ballots because they've seen Jordan, they've seen Pippen, and they've seen Patrick, and it's...
Yeah,
I give it to him. Right now, if he retires right now, Giannis is in the Hall of Fame.
I think he's the first.
It's the same with the argument of saying Kawhi is in the Hall of Fame. I don't think Kawhi is in the Hall of Fame. If he retires right now, Kawhi is not in the Hall of Fame.
Yes, he is, bro.
No. I'm not giving...
See, I wasn't here when y'all was doing that discussion. I came in at the last minute. I think
Kawhi's a Hall of Fame.
What did I miss?
I think Kawhi's
No, he can't. And he doesn't deserve it. He hasn't played enough.
He doesn't deserve it.
Bro,
he doesn't.
He only played 500 and something games. Giannis already played more games than him.
He doesn't.
I'm not mad at that.
That's load management in the NBA for you.
I'm not mad at that. But
that could be another topic we could discuss. Who deserves to be in the Hall of Fame?
That could be a topic for sure. But let's wrap up this podcast. Thank you for tuning in to this episode. Catch us next Sunday. We're definitely going to have some very interesting topics. But thank you for tuning in. Peace out.
Peace.
Peace.